Hey, good morning, class. How are things today? We are going to do a lab again, lab number 2. Um, I'm curious to see if you appreciate that, if you like doing that a little bit different, even though it's not a hands-on lab, it's at least collecting data and verifying something real. At least I was hoping you would appreciate that, so that's why I did it. We're going to do lab number 2 today. Today's lab is called Hooke's Law. Um, and it's measuring the elasticity or tension in a spring. And so that's going to be the oscillating object. Instead of a pendulum swinging back and forth, it's going to be a spring bouncing up and down. Okay, so your task is to be measuring the period again. The first video talks about content, Hooke's Law content, I think it is. It's about a 3-minute video of a little lab intro content to the lab from a couple years back that I videotaped in the classroom. So you'll watch that. It'll introduce the equation for Hooke's Law. And the only difference really, the second video has the data that you're going to use to measure the period, but the only difference really is the lab was written for you to do 2 springs, to analyze 2 springs, and we're only going to do 1. So you only have 1 data table, which is then going to kind of drastically affect your summary statement because the summary statement has you comparing the 2 springs. So for your summary, you can totally disregard the 2 summary questions that are on the lab manual. But what I'd like you to do is to mathematically tell me what is the significance of that K value. What I mean by that question is, does a large K value mean a short period on a stiff spring? Or does a small K value mean a short period and a stiff spring? What does a K value mean? So knowing where it is in the equation, is it numerator, is it denominator, is it squared, is it whatever, that should be able to mathematically answer that for you. Does a big spring, a big K value mean short period, long period? And then the second statement, instead of the one that's there where you're comparing the 2 springs, I want you just to share with me just a personal opinion on, do you like doing the labs? Are you appreciating that? Because we have the sound unit next, and there's an opportunity maybe to do a couple of sound labs electronically, and I will make an effort to do that if you appreciate that. So both both Wednesday's lab and today's lab will be due on Tuesday. There's a submission tab on Tuesday. I think everybody found the submission tab for the Transformer article, which was this past Monday, the 18th. So that should all be taken care of. I had just inadvertently didn't publish it. It was on I could see it, but it wasn't published, so I apologize for that. You'll have some work time after the lab today. A little bit of textbook work, a worksheet, and hopefully you can get that all done today, and then you don't have much to do over the weekend. Quick heads up, the test is looking like it'll either be Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So test on chapter 25, be ready for that by Wednesday or Thursday. I'll let you know on Tuesday. Okay? Hey, hope you have a great Memorial weekend. Weather looks to be decent, in and out of rain depending on where you're at, but enjoy, and we'll touch base next week. Send me any discussion questions if you want on the discussion board. Okay? Take care. Bye.